All right, let's talk about something that's quietly costing businesses a ton of money. It's this invisible force, kind of like a ghost in the machine, that pushes customers away before you even get a chance to say hello. So yeah, let's dive right in.
Okay, it all kicks off with this number right here, 40%. Now, just sitting there, it doesn't look like much, right? But what this number actually represents, well, it's a huge hidden leak in the pipeline for so many businesses.
Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about UK businesses losing 40% of their potential customers. And you know what the crazy part is? The really frustrating part? Most of the time, they have no clue why it's even happening.
So, that leads to the big question, doesn't it? If this is all happening under the radar, what or who is this invisible villain that's doing all the damage?
Well, this saboteur has a name: digital friction. Basically, it's anything on your website that makes things annoying or hard for a visitor. You know, things like confusion, a super slow loading time, or just a general feeling of, I don't trust this place. It's anything that makes them have to think too hard, and when that happens, they're gone. They just give up and click away.
Okay, so to really wrap our heads around this, we've got to break it down. The source material we're looking at points to three main bad guys here. Let's call them the three website killers: speed, trust, and credibility.
All right, first on the list, speed. Let's be real, we live in a world with zero patience, none. Your website gets judged in literally the blink of an eye. And this brings us to what you might call the 3-second rule. And trust me, it's brutal. And when I say brutal, I mean it. Check this out. After just 3 seconds of waiting for your site to load, poof, half your visitors are gone. They've already bounced, just vanished into thin air.
And the source material doesn't mince words here. That 3-second mark, it's not a friendly suggestion. It's a hard cut off. If you're slower than that, you've lost half the battle before you've even had a chance to fight.
Okay, friction point number 2. This one is huge. The mobile mess. You know the feeling, right? You pull up a website on your phone, and it's just a disaster. Text is all over the place, buttons are tiny. It's more than just annoying. It completely shatters any trust you had in that company.
And that's why this is such a big deal. A bad mobile design isn't just about looking pretty. It's a trust breaker, and that directly leads to lost business. I mean, think about it. If they can't even get their website right, how are you supposed to trust them with your money for their product or service? You probably wouldn't.
Once again, the source is super clear on this. A messy design isn't just a pain to use. It sends a signal, a really bad one. It basically screams to the customer that you might not be professional, and boom, their confidence in you just tanks.
And that brings us to our final website killer: the credibility gap. Look, in today's world, you need proof you're the real deal. And one of the biggest, most powerful forms of proof out there, it's reviews. Specifically, Google reviews.
See, we all use this mental shortcut called social proof. We look to see what other people are doing and saying. So when a potential customer sees you have no Google reviews, that's a massive red flag. It feels like nobody is vouching for you. They start to wonder, is this even a real business? And in their mind, it's a simple equation. No reviews means no credibility, period.
And here's the final nail in the coffin from our source material. It lays out a cold, hard fact for any business today. If you don't have reviews on a major platform like Google, you just don't have credibility in the eyes of a customer. Yeah, it really is that serious.
So, let's put it all together. You've got slow speeds, a janky mobile site, and 0 reviews. When you add up all these friction points, you realize something pretty big. Every website pretty much falls into one of two camps, and the results between the two, they are night and day.
And man, those two paths are polar opposites. On one side, you have the low-friction website. It's like a customer magnet. It builds trust, it keeps people around, and it wins you business. But on the other side, you've got the high-friction site. It's a customer repellent. It just creates doubt, pushes people away, and it's literally costing you money every single day.
Okay, so it's one thing to understand the problem, right? But what do you actually do about it? The key here is not to get overwhelmed thinking about all this stuff. The first step, the most important step, is just to get a clear, honest diagnosis of where your website is at right now.
And that brings us right to the final and most important question from our source. After seeing how much damage slow speeds, a lack of trust, and no credibility can do, it really comes down to this. Want to know what's wrong with your website? That's a question that every single business owner out there really needs to be asking.